Hi everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room or my desk mess, whatever I want to call it here. I have my Junk Journal January going over here. I have this journal going on all over on the left. So I've been in a little bit of a creative slump. Junk Journal January's been fine and I've been keeping up, but on the outside of that, I guess because you do so much at Christmas. So I did show this briefly, this journal. These are Amity Bloom papers. They're digital downloads. So I made this journal cover really kind of easy. I had to adapt it a little bit. Like I had wanted this piece on the back to come over to the front, but I glued wrong and it was too late. So I adapted, and then I pulled some papers that I want in the signature. So I'm going to get more. This is just what I have so far. This is old vintage Braille paper. All right. I'm waiting for a Valentine ideal book to come, so hopefully there'll be some things in that. This is like a love journal, I guess. It's not going to be like Valentine per se. But I did find in my stash this Valentine vintage papers, which a lot of it just complemented it so well. Like the colors, well, not that one I'm not going to use, but a lot of the colors, I did pull some out, like these, they just complement very well. It looks like it all goes together. Like this one, look, it just kind of all goes together. So I pulled a few of those out and I cut them in half, and I thought, well, let me start with something simple, like some tags, because like I said, I'm in a little bit of a slump. So I cut 3 of them in half. They're 6 by 6 and now they're 3 by 3. And I'm just gonna I love this one. I think it goes so well with this. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take one of each. I just have to pick which one I want. Again, I'm just like thinking into this way too much. So let me just do these 3. And then I thought I would back them up on some coffee dyed paper that I did one day last week. It's not super duper dyed, but it is dyed. So let me get my glue stick going. Here, I hope everybody's well, and whew, it was crazy around here. For those of you that don't know, I live in southern New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia. And wow, the wind and the rain last night was crazy. I have friends that have lost power. The one, they have a big home, and they do have a generator that is on for them. Where's my bone folder in the desk mess? This is what I'm calling it today. So they can run their entire house off of that generator, which is good. Another friend of mine, their basement's flooded and their roof leaked. And their roof's only, I think she said 6 years old. We were in a group text this morning, so it's friends from school. The district that I taught in is closed today because of power outages. So yeah, I feel blessed. I didn't lose my power. My mom didn't lose her power. She lives about less than 10 minutes away from me. So I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, blessed. I didn't lose power last night, which it would have woke me up because I run a box fan for white noise. And if that had turned off, I would have woke up in the middle of the night. But I was sick yesterday, like really sick. Sinuses, head cold. I feel so much better today. Knock on whatever. I have, oh, here's my bone folder. Yay. I had cleaned my desk so well right after the holiday, and I guess Junk Journal January has made things a bit of a mess. But it's okay. I can function. So anyhow, I hope anybody in the viewing area, I know it was all up and down the East Coast. I hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, weather. It can be so dangerous. But, all right, I'm going to cut these out. And then I have to make them into a tag. Yeah, I thought I'd start with something really easy. Make some ephemera for this journal. Like I said, I'm having a hard time getting back into creativity, thinking outside of the box. Yeah, anybody else kind of in a slump a little bit? I heard somebody else talking about it on YouTube, and they summed it up to because we do so much for Christmas. I'm just looking around. I hear the pitter-patter of cats, and I don't know what they're getting into. I feel like he's in my closet in this room, which is okay. There's really nothing for him to get into. It's like overflow of shoes and boots and things, and nothing really that I need to worry about. So yeah, there's that. All right, now I need to cut. What are you doing in there? You probably can't hear it. He's being so loud. What are you doing, Oliver? You're being so loud. Let me use my day 21 here of my December daily. And cut that little notch off. And bring it over. Cut the other one. All right, that worked out pretty well. I like the shape. These should all be the same, so I can use this as my prototype. Yeah, so I tend to watch, I watch other people on YouTube all the time to get inspiration and ideas. But I feel like lately, when I've been watching, I'm like, oh, I want to make that. Oh, I want to do that. I'll do that. And it's just, I'm all over the place. I guess that's what it is. I don't feel focused. I don't know. So there's 3 tags. Get some more glue on this piece. All right, what do I want to do with these? That's a great question. I do have from last year, and it's sitting right here. Actually, I should go back and see if they have it again. I have this heart lace from the Dollar Tree. What a find. I wish I'd bought a couple packs of it, but I wish I'd bought more. That would be kind of cute. I do kind of want this, I do want this kind of, frilly and lacy, and I might even use some on that, but I don't think it would hurt to put one on a tag or two. So I'm just going to leave that out. I did print out the kit. It's envelopes, heart envelopes and stuff. May your love, what's it say? May your love grow flowers. Oh, I like that. I put that on one of them. So I have all these little pieces too. This is what I mean. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Don't even know. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I don't have a clue these days. Maybe I could make a tag pocket, or I'll leave this. See, here I am. maybe I'll do this. No, maybe I'll save that and do a pocket in the journal. Ugh. No, let's just go with this. Usually much more decisive, or at least have an idea where I'm going, but I don't have a stinking clue right now. I should probably just voice over this and save you from my ruin. Or maybe a side pocket. All right, I'm going off camera and fooling around for a few minutes, and then I'll be back. All right, I'm back, and I'm speeding the video up a little bit just because it gets too long, but I cut some things out, and I think that I figured out for this tag, I want to do a side pocket. I'm not committed to grunging up this whole journal, but I did, I'm not opposed to it either. I decided to ink up the sides of the tag, and I did ink up the journal cover, so it looked good. It still looks feminine. I want to keep this journal kind of feminine looking, I guess would be a good word for it, but I do like that strip to make a side pocket, and rounding the corners always just, you know, finishes it off nicely. So I do that. Of course, I have to round the corners for the pocket on the tag. And I'm going to ink that up. Good old vintage photo, my standby. It's pretty much the only distress ink that I use, or distress oxide on things. So I'm just going to glue around the tag where the pocket's going to go. I guess it would have been easier for me to glue around the pocket and then stick it to the tag, but I'm not into doing what's easy these days. So just bear with me. And because I didn't do it around the pocket, I have to kind of measure how far I need to go over with the glue. But I think that looks really pretty actually on that tag. Like I said, that vintage paper I'd gotten from Hobby Lobby last year, probably half price, complements this kit very well from Amity Bloom. I forget what it was called. I'll try to link it in the description box below. Sometimes I have a hard time doing that because it brings up my Etsy. And of course, I really shouldn't be posting that on, you know, YouTube. You can then download all the things I purchased, but I don't know if you could or couldn't. But I like this rose here, or not rose, this heart with the roses around it for the front of the tag, and I can still put something in the side tuck there. I have vintage, real vintage, really old ledger. Some of it goes back to 1876. So I might put a piece of that in there, which would look really nice. I like this saying on here, which I can't read at the moment. I realize the other tag is upside down, and it does matter because the postcards on it should be, you know, right side up because they have writing on it. So I just cut the tag down and trim off the corners to make it into a tag, and I'll finish that one another day. I decide I'm only going to do 2 tags today because I'm just not flowing with what I want to do really well. So I'm auditioning some things out here. See what I want to do with this. I think I'm going to go with my original idea, making a pocket. I hit my camera with the trimmer. And I cut this down to the 3 inches. But by doing so, I realized that it's not centered at all. And I abandoned that idea. which is not a big deal. I can print these out again, which is always nice when you do a digital download because, you know, you do have the opportunity to reprint as opposed to maybe a paper pad where, you know, once it's gone, it's gone. Yeah, it's a very off-centered, so I'll use that for something else in the journal or just print it out. So I'm not sure what I really want to do here. Again, I'm pulling out papers, but that's way too busy. And then I get the brilliant idea to use a piece of the offcuts from the journal pages, the signature in the journal. So I have some pretty dyed coffee dyed paper like this piece here. I didn't do that when I purchased that one a long time ago. Again, if I can find it was from Etsy. If I can find the shop, which I should be able to, I'll link it in the description box because it's so pretty. And it was like a pack of 12. It came with like green and pinks and just neutral, but it's pretty. I was happy I purchased it. And I still have some left, so I haven't repurchased it. But I think this is going to look good to kind of divide the tag in half. And give it like a little focal point of interest there. And then I'm going to stick the sentiment or the words onto it. Something like that. Again, ink around the sides. Now I do forget to cut off the round the corners on this one, but I do it after the video. I'm going to put some applique. I want to make this very lacy. I'm going to pick out like a lace applique on there to put on the front cover. I want to ink up around the words. There is one more short section after this section of this video, which I'm going to let it just play as I recorded it. Again, I'm just recording over this because it just, I sped it up to 1.5 times just to cut down some of the length of the video. So I think that looks pretty good like that. And I'm looking for my lace. What I pull out first is some doilies, but my box of lace is right nearby, so I do get up and grab that. I have more than what's in this box, but this is a main box of ribbon, lacy ribbon, but some of it's really pretty, and I think it would go with this journal well, so those buttons match great. They're vintage buttons. So I do pull out a couple different things that I'm just going to have on hand as I create more for this journal. I don't know if I mentioned it in the first part, but I want to make one. This one's going to be mine, and it's kind of like my prototype, what I'm fooling around with here, and then I want to put one, make a second one for my Etsy shop. It's not, of course, going to be exactly the same, but the same, you know, concept with the same digital download and the elements. So that'll be fun. I like this pink velvet right here under that strip of paper. I think it looks pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that underneath. It's so weird. I keep waiting for like my Your Creative Studio box to come in, which I didn't order for January. I've received it for 2 years. In the back of my mind, there's Sky making his, you know, New Year cameo appearance. They'll be 10 months old on the 14th. He's a big boy. He's just going to sit there and watch what I'm doing. Usually I have little trays for the projects that I'm working on, but it's filled, so he can't lay in there. But I'm not sure what I'm going to use as a tag on the top. A tab, rather, on the top of the tag. I don't think I realize that he's so in the camera when I'm recording this, but he stays out of the way for the most part. He's just watching what I'm doing. I think they wonder who I'm talking to when I'm recording. So I'm going to put this piece of lace up on the top of that one. I think it goes really well. Although it doesn't stick really well the first time, so I have to re-glue it. Yeah, that didn't work at all. But it does the second time. Oh, good, he's moving. He's going to get out of the way and just move over. Thank you, Sky. Because every time you get your head in there, it focuses on your head and not what I'm doing. But I think that looks pretty. I really love that tag. It's going to be very, very pretty in the journal. This one I'm going to just put an eyelet on the top and put something through. And what ends up happening is, I don't realize it at the time, but the part to the right of the crocodile isn't locked in, and my eyelet the crocodile gets stuck onto the eyelet. So it's coming up where I pause again to take that off and not ruin the tag, and then I'll be coming back in a minute or a few seconds, which is the end part of this video, which is just about 2 more minutes. So we're almost there, guys. Right, the problem was the little thing wasn't tight in the crocodile. Lucky I got it out without ruining it, but I did have a chance then to pull some lace out of my drawer to put on the top there, or some ribbon, and I found this, and I think it looks good under here. That extra layer looks good, so I think I'm going to add that. What do you think, Sky? Is that pretty? Hmm? He's sitting here being a good boy. He's sitting here being a good boy. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. Aren't you, baby kissy? He usually gives me kisses. He's like, not on camera, Mom. No kisses. And then I wonder if this, I can bring that in up there, and then it'll all tie it together. And that might be a good thing, and we might be done for the day. Just close these drawers. Bring that through. Come on. This is more of a fight than it should be. There we go. I was just going to use my pokey tool if that didn't work. All right, I like that. It ties the whole thing together. So, I don't know, it was probably way too long for 2 tags. But, you know, sometimes it's like that, especially when you're in a little bit of a funk. I really like this one. And I like this one too. Sky's right here looking at me so handsomely. All right, guys, have a great day. Thumbs up's always appreciated. Questions and comments below. Let me know what you're working on. How's your creative juices been flowing? I hope much better than mine. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. Have a great day, everyone.